Hey, beautiful seeker. Welcome back to the Existential Shift. This is November 2024, and my camera is still doing the weird thing where it reverses the image, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know why, but I guess I can lose my mind a little bit live in front of you and try to stay cool. I can do it. So the moon just entered Scorpio. It's literally in 0 degrees Scorpio. I'm recording this. I'm live for this on Samhain, on Halloween. Mars is now going into only 1 degree apart from being in a exact opposition to Pluto at 29 degrees. So Pluto is at 29 degrees Capricorn. Mars currently is live is 28 degrees Cancer. Tomorrow it will be 29. And it's interesting because Mars is a masculine planet and it's in the 28th degrees of Cancer, which is a feminine sign. Pluto is actually a feminine planet, has feminine energy. It's not something that usually people think about, but it is. It's the soul. It's the most distant planet. It's the empty space, empty matter. It's feminine. Uh, and that's in Capricorn, which is a masculine sign. So there's the Capricorn Cancer masculine feminine axis, and there are the planets, Mars masculine in the feminine one, Pluto feminine in the masculine sign, exact opposition in the anaretic last degree of 29. And that's how we start the month of November. Right on Halloween, right on, aka Samhain, right on November 1st, which is the Day of the Dead, El Dia de la Muerte. The veil is very thin. The energy is extremely potent. It's massive destruction or massive creation, often both. Like E equals MC squared, the equation of both energy and matter, of creation and destruction. I don't want to digress to that. And the aspects of the duality of masculinity and femininity are also coming to a head here. This is a very aggressive repositioning, rebalancing, recalibrating of energies that went astray from the cosmic nature or what the cosmic nature aspires to. Anything that has distant or has been behaving or enacting things that are, or ways that are in contradiction to the evolution of consciousness that the cosmos is now guiding us towards, are going to be breaking down kind of in a plethora of ways. So it could be depending on you and your choices in your life. It could be in a very gentle way. It could be in a very not so gentle way. But either way, it recalibrates your position in the world. So that's a good thing in and of itself. Will it feel good for everyone? Probably not. Even those of you who are in alignment, you're going to feel it, because even if the earthquake is not underneath your feet, but it's like across the street from you, you can still feel it, right? So that's the initiation of November. This entire month is going to have this flavor. Mars will also retrograde 1 point back to this position, but that's away from now, so never mind. It's just that all of November will have this flavor. It's like walking on a tightrope. It's going to feel like we're walking on a tightrope, even when we're just taking a nice stroll in the park and everything is serene, even when we're taking a nap. Because especially those of you who are, extrasensory, empathic, sensitive, intuitive, you will pick up on that energy, right? So if something else will come up in this in this regard, I will speak about it, but let's just dive into the tarot. And welcome to everyone who joined. My name is Morgainne. This is the Existential Shift. In case you're new, happy to have any of you and all of you. I do tarot. I do spirituality. I do what I need to do for you. And sometimes it stays consistent. Sometimes it changes. I kind of go with the flow. I let it. I surrender to it. I don't always like it. It surprises me and annoys me as well sometimes, but I don't presume to control it. Hi, my life. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining. I hope everybody are well. I hope so too. Thank you for saying hi. You're welcome to say hi in the chat, or if you're watching later on the recording, you're welcome to say hi in the comments. If you feel inclined to share with us where you're tuning in from or what your zodiac sign, that's always fun to know, kind of read the energy of the room. Please share. Okay. I will be drinking coffee and eating snacks throughout. If you're new, then you'll find out that that's what I do. It's like we're in my home having coffee or tea. This is the one place where I get to be fully myself. So that includes a sip of coffee every now and then, right? Ontario, Canada, Libra Sun, Moon, and Leo Rising. Amazing. Oh my goodness, so much energy, especially when Mars is just about to enter your rising sign, just about to enter Leo in the next couple of days. Okay, let's start. I'm going to do all 13 signs, including Ophiuchus. I think I'm going to just start with, I'm debating if to start with the wheel, meaning with Aries, or if to start with Scorpio because it's your birthday season. Happy birthday, Scorpios. Happy birthday, Scorpios. And early Sagittarius, if your birthday is at the end of November. Here's what we're going to do. Not a lot of people have joined yet to the live, so as people join, if you want to let them know in the chat, that'd be awesome. If you're a Scorpio sun, or a Sagittarius sun that was born in the first 8-10 degrees, meaning in November, if you're a November Sag, and in November's sun birthday. So I take it back. I'm so sorry, Saggies. No, just Scorpios. Just Scorpios. Any Scorpio out there that watches this live, that you're Scorpio sun, not moon or rising, because I can't verify it here. Sun, write me your date of birth in the chat, and I will give you a psychic numerology birthday message based on your date of birth. Okay, so anyone who've heard this, me saying this, please let the newcomers know that if they're a Scorpio, they can do that, and then I'll just keep track. And when we get to Scorpio, or maybe at the end of the reading, at the end of the live, I will give you your messages. Okay. Happy Halloween, A-Chan. Happy Samhain. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. Let's just kind of chat a little bit and shuffle the cards. Your Scorpio sun watching live. Oh, great, my life. Thank you for doing that. I'm going to make you a moderator just so that your messages are more seen. Okay. So, my life, you're a moderator now. Thank you for doing that. Okay. Let me just. Hey, Crimes Against Art. Good evening. Welcome. Namaste to you too. We had a really great existential private session. I remember. Okay. So that's fine. That's fine, my life. That's totally fine. Okay. I'm going to take a breath a moment before I dive into the zodiac signs. Okay, I'm going to start with Aries, all the way through Pisces, and then do Ophiuchus. Okay. Aries for November. Pressure, a lot of pressure on the temples. The Pluto Mars opposition. Oh, I forgot to mention that both Pluto and Mars are co-rulers of the sign of Scorpio. So watch where you have Scorpio in your chart. That's where it will also really affect you. Okay, wherever you have Scorpio in your chart, not just your Capricorn, Cancer houses. And that applies to everyone, to all seekers. Also Scorpio, where you have it in your chart, it will also affect that. It will, I feel like it will just kind of manifest there, a lot of it. It's where the energies will kind of come together and manifest in actuality. Interesting. And I'm realizing now I didn't grab a glass of water. Darn it, that's no bueno. I have coffee, but I don't have water. Okay, we'll see how I handle this. HM and Jupiter is in Scorpio. It's one of my favorite placements. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Aries for November. Okay, we're starting with Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. So there's a creative project and or relationship and or person in your life and or pursuit of some sort that is really getting solidified and strengthened, and there's a level of commitment. It's like signed, sealed, agreed upon, very tangible, solidified energy. This is something that has been in the making since August, possibly, or late July. Either way, it's being birthed now in November very strongly. And it's just the beginning. Like, this is the portal, right? So it's gonna be something that lasts. Generally speaking, I'm recording this a day before the new moon in Scorpio on the 1st. And the new moon in Scorpio is going to be in 9 degrees Scorpio, and it's going to be in very close tight trine to Saturn in Pisces at 12 degrees Pisces. So whatever we commit to this month has the horizon of long-lasting anything, whatever it is, it's long-lasting. So it's going to be very, very solid. So yeah, so anything we begin and commit to this season is going to have a very it's going to root, its roots are going to go very, very, very deep in the ground, and its branches are going to go very high, high in the sky. And the log is going to be very, very strong and sturdy. So so will this. Let's take out more cards. Aries for November, please. Queen of Pentacles, interesting. and Knight of Wands. So many characters. Okay. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Okay, so I want to show you how it looks like. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles in the center. And then we have Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands kind of framing that, right? Framing. Someone's being framed. Oh, someone is being framed for someone. For someone? Someone is being framed for someone. Or someone is being framed for something. There's a difference. Or is there? Maybe you understand what that means. There's coming from distance and meeting in the center of this pentacle earth energy. Your readings are always so mind-boggling. Okay, hold on. This Knight of Wands has come from a very different terrain of where this Queen of Pentacles sits. And they're going to, so this Knight is going to show themselves, this Knight of Wands is going to present themselves to the Queen of Pentacles in a way that the Queen of Pentacles doesn't expect. So the Queen of Pentacles is looking towards this Queen of Wands, and that's what she thinks that's who she thinks she's looking at. But this Queen of Wands is actually a reflection of this Knight of Wands. But they're the same. They're Knight of Wands and Queen of Wands. In this reading, they're both holding the Fire Wand, which is the suit of Wands. Sorry, I'm talking to myself as I'm analyzing this reading for you. So I'm talking out loud, thinking out loud. Can you help me phrase this? There is someone that has been in the background, behind the scenes, in regards to whatever this is, and they're going to make themselves known to this Queen of Pentacles through this Queen of Wands. So currently, so the Queen of Pentacles on the surface is speaking to the Queen of Wands, but this Queen of Wands talks to her, but is also saying what this Knight of Wands is saying, like almost like a messenger, but the Queen of Pentacles doesn't know that the Queen of Wands is serving as a messenger to the Queen, to the Knight of Wands. It's a little bit so maybe, okay, someone is talking to someone, right? And they think they're talking to that person, but they're actually talking to two people. One that is the one that's right in front of them, and the other is the one behind the scenes that is going to make themselves known soon. Now, the bottom line solidified manifestation of this commitment or whatever this is going to be beneficial for this Queen of Pentacles. So if you're the Queen of Pentacles in the story, don't fret. It's not like something against you. It's but I get why you're like annoyed, because what am I, a child? Like I get to know who I'm talking to and not be managed. right? Not be handled, kind of thing. Like, don't handle me. Don't manage me. Like be transparent. Be truthful. Omitting half a truth is a lie. Like the whole truth, right? That is the truth. So that, but it's not malicious. It's just the Queen of Pentacles is not, it's like, why would, it can be translated as malicious because, no, because it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. Um, I don't see malice in from the cards, but it could be translated as that if this Queen of Pentacles views disrespect as malice. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, if I was a child, then okay, but if I'm not a child, then that's different. Anyway, Aries, anything else about this? For November? Okay, Ace of Cups and Lovers. So this is, okay, so now, before, a moment ago, it could have been any type of relationship. Now it's definitely love. Okay, it's definitely like soul romance based. But a big one. Like this is not this is not like a fling or an adventure, or this is a very like, you know, we see Adam and Eve here, okay, and this is the Ace of Cups is another cup, another ACA. It's like the true love, soul love, especially combined with the Lovers. So why is there another person involved in the messaging about this? This is, so there's a bringing together, um, from a distance, bringing together from a distance. You get, this is your life, Aries, you get it. Good luck with it. I hope it helped and didn't confuse. Because I feel a bit confused, but this is good. This looks really good. The Lovers, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, this is beautiful. It's just, it's something about the dynamic and the way it's coming about. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of weird. It's kind of because it's vicarious, like it's coming together vicariously, or through, or with vicarious ways, in vicarious ways. Um, let us know, Aries, so we understand ourselves. Okay, next is Taurus. Don't judge me for eating chocolate. This is not sponsored, but I wish. It's a non-dairy chocolate spread. Really yummy. Really, nocciolata. Really good. And it's no palm oil, no gluten, no dairy, just a lot of yum. It's organic. Nice. Nice. Sponsor me. I'll just eat it all day in front of the camera. What? We're moving into Taurus. This necessitates. And I forgot to bring water, so that's instead of water. Duh. Makes total sense. By the way, can you guys hear me well? How's the sound? How is the sound? I am a chocolate lover. Which makes it harder to say no to it so often. Because most chocolate or cakes are like with dairy. So whenever I do get to eat chocolate, it's like a lot more special. And then I really appreciate that more. Sorry, guys, I have to. No, why am I apologizing? I'm not apologizing anymore. Enough. I have to get a new one. Just about ran out. I ran out. Okay. Now I'm ready for Taurus. Taurus, November. It's a new moon in your 7th house. Taurus, November. First card out, Judgment. A decision is made. It's final. It's public. Something is set right. And anyone who needs to know will know. Something is set free. The Fool. You're being freed from something. Very abrasive. And there's a final judgment in your favor to set you free of it. Three of Wands. And you get to start, you get to walk the path, the direction that you want to walk, that you've been meaning to walk for a while, but couldn't for some reason. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Recalibrating things, bringing things back into their right way. And it's like there was something that was either holding you back or denying you, or you weren't able to walk this path freely. And you're going from a very tumultuous type of journey, path, to a lot more calmer terrain. And there's a lot more light, a lot more clarity. It's not something that you need to be like walking in the dark, guessing. That was there, that happened to strengthen your intuition and your instincts. You know, I like to walk in the dark because it really you get to practice your instincts and your senses. So it's if you felt this way in your own life, metaphorically, it was to strengthen and develop your own senses. But now that those senses are developed and that skill is practiced, it's no longer needed. So you get to walk in the light. Okay, I know how to walk in the dark. Practiced it. Now I get to walk in the light, kind of thing. King of Cups. So you're not walking alone. There's a friend, a lover, a whatever the case may be, that is with you in this. And this is someone that you know. This is someone that has seen or witnessed you, or is aware of you walking in this dark turmoil on your path. And it's like they've witnessed your journey, kind of thing, and they're still with you. You know, some people like to be with us only in our good times and not in our bad times. Some people like to be with us only in our bad times and not in our good times, because it makes them feel like a charitable savior, and you know, it reminds them that their situation is not the worst. So, but someone who walks with you when it's good and when it's bad, that's a good friend. So I feel like this person is a good friend to you, Taurus. That's good. And November is going to make that evident. Anything else about this for Taurus? Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to get either a really good offer or a really great opportunity, financial windfall, a gift, a win of some sort. Someone will maybe want to invest in you, or somehow an opportunity that really works well with who and what you are will come through, and will be very beneficial during the month of November. This is really great, Taurus. Seeing the energy kind of opens up for you this way. That's really nice. Okay, good luck. Good reading. Okay, next we have Gemini. Hi, Gemini. How are you doing? Message for Gemini for November, please. Knight of Cups. Okay. And then Page of Wands in reverse. Wow. Eight of Wands, Temperance, Four of Wands, and the Star. Okay. Okay. So a lot of Sagittarian energy here, Gemini, coming through. I mean, you do have Jupiter in your sign. And then over on Sagittarius, Mercury is about to enter Sag. No, Mercury is already in Sag. Venus is already in Sag. Mercury is about to enter Sag. Let me confirm. Yes, Venus is currently in Sagittarius. Mercury will enter Sagittarius and will be there throughout November. And will also retrograde there. And it's across from you and across Jupiter in your sign. I don't see it as a push and pull. I see it just as like an overwhelming amount of energy of both of these archetypes of Gemini and Sagittarius. Both are signs of information and knowledge. They just come through in different ways. And it's like combining the worlds together. It's almost like Gemmies, you get to have the intellectual experience, but also the experimental one, you know, and the esoteric, not just exoteric, not just mental, but also spiritual, not just academic, but also energetic. It's like something about the way you've been analyzing the world so far is kind of being, you're letting go of it, but in a really calm, you choose it kind of way. It's like part of your evolution, part of your soul's journey, part of your learning process, and you're finding yourself within a new learning structure or belief system in a way that works a lot better with your mind and with your body and with your beliefs, and you find a community and you find belonging. This is beautiful. And some of you are like letting go of the wanderer drifter archetype, and you're deciding to sit with yourself in one specific place where you also get to know other people. And you find that sitting still expands you a lot more to the world than trying to be everywhere. I just did a short about this, about the Buddha, talking about, well, how does sitting in front of a wall for 9 years got the Buddha to know everything? And the thing is, maybe you just want to watch it, but basically you can't be everywhere. You can't travel everywhere. You can't visit everywhere. You can't get to know every single culture. You can't walk every single trail. It's impossible on Earth, especially in the cosmos and our entire existence. So the only way to know everything is by going truly within, sitting still with yourself, because our inner self is a metonymy to the cosmos. So the cosmos is available to you inside of you. So physically, it's impossible to learn the cosmos, but spiritually it is, if you recognize that it's within you. So I see you kind of letting go of the, trying to be everywhere at once, and you're just kind of taking a different flow that has to do with, calm and ease and faith. And as you sit in one place, you find belonging and connection and real understandings and more learning and more expansion. So that's awesome. I also see you going into a relationship that is very powerful, very committed. Could be an engagement, could be marriage, could be moving in together, could be all of the above. And there's a lot of generally there's a lot of bliss coming from these cards and from this reading. So this is beautiful. If you're invited on a celebration, if you're asked to stay for the holidays or something like that, or come for the holidays, do it. I don't know, I recommend something about it is going to be meaningful or turn out to be very meaningful. Okay. Good luck, Gemini. Good luck, good luck, good luck. All right. Who is next? Next we have Cancer. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, like spiritual questions that will apply for the collective, keep them in mind, and maybe after the reading we can do a little Q&A. Cancer. Message for Cancer, please. Why does the camera not mirror me? That's just so awkward. Does anybody know how I get the camera to mirror me on a YouTube live? This has never happened to me before. I mean, it's been this way for a while, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. Does anybody know? So we manage. Okay. Right. I don't know how to do that, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Give me one moment, Cancer, and I'll be right with you. Okay. Cancer. Cancer for November. So, Iris, maybe in your camera app settings, see if it's switch on. When I use my regular camera, like regardless of the live, the same one that I use on my laptop, it mirrors me. It's fine. So if it was going by the way my camera features are, then it would just mirror me. I don't know why. But good suggestion, good thinking. Cancer. Message for Cancer for November, please. Interesting. We have Four of Swords, King of Pentacles, and Ace of Swords. Very dry energy. Air and Earth. A decision needs to be made soon, Cancer, and it will be made, and it will be very, very clear, very poignant, very, this is it. But you want to take a moment to, I see you wanting to take a moment to think about it a little longer until you get the go from this King of Pentacles or from another person. Like you need some confirmation. Like one missing piece of the puzzle of, to get the image complete and then make a really educated decision. I do see you making a very concrete decision that is based in clarity, and for some of you it's someone else that is making that decision, but it will also be very, clear and good, I think, because the Ace of Swords is a good confirmation. We like seeing aces in the reading. Is there more you can tell Cancer about this, please? Ten of Swords and Eight of Wands. So something very karmic is going on here. That is about to reach its ending. It's like the final scene of the opera. They say it ain't over until the fat lady sings. Well, the fat lady sings. So, no offense on fat ladies. Oh my God. Bringing the product of our times. Anyway. You'll get a very clear message about something being over. There's someone, for some of you Cancer, it could be you, but for some of you it's absolutely not you. It really depends on the situation, the circumstances. But there is someone that is going to leave a place or a situation. So they're not going to be in that place, or like I see someone losing their title and someone else getting their title. So maybe someone is getting fired and someone else is being promoted into their position. Either for this is how it's going to be or temporary, I don't know. And currently more information is gathered for that purpose, or under that process. I need a coconut oil first. And you will be informed about this, but someone is waiting until the process is complete before telling you. They don't want to tell you midway. They want to like take care of everything to be taken care of, and only then letting you know. Maybe you're the person who's replacing someone else. It's going to be harsh. I don't think you're the person replaced. I think you're involved with this somehow, but I don't think you're the one being replaced. I think this is something that will serve as good news for you in some way, so good. All right. Good luck, Cancer. Next is Leo. It's like a musical chairs. The game of musical chairs. Hey, Leo. You're gonna have Mars in your sign. A lot of energy. Go lead. If you've been a sleeping lion, you're gonna be a roaring lion. I'm gonna be a roaring lion. Leo for November. New moon in your 4th house, full moon in Taurus in your 10th house. Something is going to come to a head when it comes to your living situation or place of origin. A lot of pressure is directed to that house for you. It's going to force a new beginning. Okay. What did I say about forcing a new beginning? So, Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 10 of Swords. Something so powerful is being born. This could literally be a birth of a child, by the way, or pregnancy. But something so powerful is being born that something is going to have to give, something that it won't have room anymore. So it will have to kind of heal away and dissipate. There's a level, someone is bowing out. I feel like they're doing it out of love and with dignity. This is not like a swan song where they're trying to create havoc as they walk out. They're like, time for me to bow out kind of thing, and they bow out, and then that creates space and room for a new birth that is very positive, by the way, very light-based and love-based and merit-based. This is something that you've proven to be worthy of, okay? So you're being honored somehow. Acknowledged. It's like, so Leo, you're going to be recognized for your virtue in some way. Like, I feel like it's something you didn't know was seen or was acknowledged by another or by others. Um, you kind of just been doing, what you felt was the right thing to do, or you've just been trying to do your best. Um, I see you getting a leadership position of some sort. There's a really big success, and it's something that is really going to it's going to be a healing experience because it's going to validate something within you that needed validation. And it's okay to need validation in certain things. We are social creatures. Um, it's literally in our biology to need others' approval. And so depends on who the others are, right? It could be others that you appreciate, that you look up to. So that's great, to be acknowledged by people that you appreciate and look up to. So I see something like that. There is someone that is bowing out. There's something similar to the Cancer reading. It's almost like this reading and the Cancer reading is like the same reading, but from different perspective. So maybe watch both. Okay, Leo, good luck. And you're all over this reading. There are two cards here that represent you, the Sun and Six of Wands. So yeah, November is looking really good for you. So enjoy. Yay. Okay. You're welcome. Who's next? Next we have Virgo. Hey, Virgo. Starting with the Hierophant, Four of Swords, and Three of Cups. So interesting. Oh, you're welcome. Any more cards? Show me more for Virgo about this. I knew there was a missing piece of the puzzle. Hey, Devil. This is okay. Wherever there's a Hierophant, there's a devil, and wherever there's a devil, there's a Hierophant. Okay. The axis of truth and lying. How do we lie without lying? I need to take a moment and think about my answer. How do I say something that gives the person in front of me the impression that I want them to have. How do they get the impression that I want them to get without me having to lie? How do they not find out what I don't want them to find out? And how do I get them to think what I want them to think without actually lying? With omitting part of the truth. Am I being really smart with my words? That is not just lying, that's like the mothers of grandmothers of lying. It's like, how do I lie and avoid the karma of lying? When you do that purposefully, when anyone does that purposefully, it's not just regular karma for lying. It's like a lot worse because you're trying to manipulate karma and like getting away with something like that. If you were to be asked or called out on it later on, you'd be able to be like, well, I didn't say that. I just simply didn't say that. It's like you actually took a moment to figure out how to do that. How do I lie without it being considered a lie? How do I tell the truth without having to tell the truth? You don't. You tell the truth by telling the truth, whether you like it or not. And this is what this is. This is what this is. This is what this is. You know, it's the pretense and then there's the act. And Three of Cups and Four of Swords, it's almost like indulging in that mindlessness. It's full of brain power, right? But it's mindless. And one gets to indulge on this mindlessness as if it's mindful because it's brainful. And one gets to tell themselves that because they used their brain, they used their mind. No. Being a lawyer, yeah, that's what lawyers are there for, but you know, that's not what the Hierophant is there for. The Hierophant is there to speak the truth. Virgo, either you or someone around you, which is more likely, I have to say the possibility that it's you because, you know, we have to also look at ourselves. Most likely someone around you that you're dealing with a situation where people are lying to you without lying to you and are telling you the truth without telling you the truth. And you may know it deep down, but you rather keep up the happy facade. It's hard. What else about this for Virgo? Queen of Pentacles. So Virgo, maybe you want to watch Aries because Aries had the Queen of Pentacles come up. And you know, I was thinking, how do I describe how truth feels like so that you'll be able to recognize it without being deceived by a so-called truth? And the thing that came up to me is like I suddenly had the smell as soon as the Queen of Pentacles came out, because the Queen of Pentacles is Taurus and soil. I felt the smell of wet soil, like after the rain. There's something that just feels very easy and nourishing on the body once you hear it, even if it's uncomfortable. Your spirit is able to sit with it in such comfort. That's how truth feels like. So if someone tells you something that just doesn't, you just can't quite find your seat in that. That could be a pointing that it could be like a lie presented as a truth or as a half-truth. All right, brother, good luck. Good luck. Who's next? Libra. Next is Libra. What are you dressing up as? I'm so sorry for not being dressed up for Halloween and not doing something cool and fancy for you guys. I am constantly on the move and on the go, and everything changes so rapidly, and I find myself in a different place by the day, if not by the week, if not by the day, and it's crazy and weird. Um, I haven't recorded something in a long time because I've been in my car, so it was just impossible for me to record um, properly. But Achan, you're gonna put on your bunny ears to get a $6 burrito from Chipotle. They give you burritos if you put on bunny ears. I don't know. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. Have fun. Um, anyway, why was why was I telling you this? I don't know. Okay. Oh, we got to Libra. Libra, November. Hope you had an okay birthday. Hope you had a lovely, wonderful, happy birthday. Um, and a lovely Libra season. I'm thinking about your message. I'm not just like staring at the screen. Although sometimes I do just stare at the screen. Libra. This is like the third time the Ace of Cups comes out, and that's wonderful. So we have Justice and Ace of Cups. Wow, Libra, and this is also you. So something is really going to work out in your favor. Absolutely. Something is going to be cleared out. It, this is very much like an exonerated type of energy. So if you've been accused of something, whether actually in court or in your regular life, relationships, job, group environment, friendships, whatever the case may be, if you've been blamed for something, accused of something, or treated unfairly, it's going to be really cleared out from your reputation to whatever the situation is, exonerated. And it's going to resolve itself. It's going to be resolved a lot better than you even imagine. So you have nothing to worry about. November 1st, because Justice is 11 and Ace of Cups is 1. So, and it's a new moon in Scorpio. So November 1st, literally tomorrow from when I'm recording this, is going to be very meaningful for you. It's either going to be the news of it or the, initiation of that energy, of that healing, of this resolve, and truth, real, pure, proper truth. The rant that I just gave from the Virgo reading about truth versus lie and how people can think they're lying without lying, but it's the same, if not worse, karma. So this is truth. This is how truth looks like. It's absolute and it's completely transparent and clear. You know, the water is see-through, not hiding anything. So it's like a very clean mirror, if that makes any sense. Libra, show me more about this for Libra for November. Oh, I'm smiling. I'm feeling your smile when you get this news, or this is resolved. Like, this is wonderful. Four of Pentacles. One more card. And Queen of Pentacles again. Home, something with home, property. Maybe someone has been holding on to something that maybe technically could be perceived as theirs, but in essence not. So they had a case, you know, for what they were doing, but now that's like, that gets dismissed, and the spirit of something is being more acknowledged or prioritized. You're prioritized, or this truth is prioritized. This heart-based truth, spiritual-based truth, not mechanical, dry law kind of truth. There's a song in Hebrew, the dry law never gets wet, even not by the tear of a little girl. But sorry, it's just a very intense song that describes a very, you know, brutally unjust situation that has actually occurred, and they wrote a song about that. Never mind, but the dry law will be fluid by the teardrop of an angel. It will be addressed as cosmic spiritual justice, and not just a dry law, because in reference to the circumstances, in reference to the situation, won't be rigid as it was. It's been very rigid, but now it's going to be more truth-based, and that's great. That's great, and you'll feel more, I'm hearing safe, you'll feel safer, you'll feel more secured, feel more like belonging, more belonged. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Really great news, Libra. So have fun and good luck. And feel free to share with us. Okay. Next is Scorpio. Happy birthday, Scorpios. How are you doing, my lovely Scorpio seekers? So if you're a Scorpio sun watching, hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Thank you for joining. If you're a Scorpio sun watching, write your date of birth, and I'll give you a free date of birth message. Psychic numerology. Okay? So, yeah. And you guys are welcome to remind that people as they join, in case a Scorpio will join later and they won't know. I feel like I should mention it. You know what? Let me also mention it in the caption of the video. And that way, people will actually know. Hold on. So, let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, Scorpio. Tis your season. I don't know why I feel like taking a moment and share with you guys an experience that I had recently. I've attended a Buddhist ceremony for the Segaki, which is Japanese for the hungry ghosts. Those are ghosts that are described as having big tummies and very small necks, and whenever they try to eat something or drink something and be nourished, it turns into fire and it burns them. So they can't be fed, can't be nourished, and that's their hell type. So that ceremony offers them food and drink and helps them accept the nourishment and the healing. Um, and I don't know why I felt the need to share this before doing the Scorpio reading, but on top of the actual ghosts that are lost and are unable to accept the light as the transition to the next phase and letting go of this world, I also thought of how sometimes people are hungry ghosts in a way where they can't swallow being loved or being nourished or being cared for. They spew it out, right? They deny because they don't believe they're worthy of it. They don't have the frequency of self-love, so when someone gives them love, it can't really be digested because their frequency can't, and their energetic body can't contain it. So it rejects it, right? Because if you hate yourself and you have the frequency of self-hate, then whenever someone tries to give you love, you just can't process it. You can't digest it. You can't take it in. You puke it out, or it gets warped into something negative. So maybe any of you needed to hear this. Maybe Scorpio out there needed to hear it. If you feel like you can't tolerate being loved or cared for, work on self-love. It could be that your frequency is not in alignment with receiving love because you're not in alignment with love for yourself, by yourself. You don't give it to yourself. Also, you don't believe it when someone else is trying to give it to you. So consider that. Yeah, I feel like someone needed to hear that. And maybe you're trying to give love to someone and they can't accept it, right? Sometimes it's just because they're not interested. A lot of times people who are, in love with someone one-sidedly will accuse them of not being able to handle love or not being spiritually aware enough. Sometimes they're just not into you, and that's okay. People are allowed to not be into you, so don't gaslight them for being a hungry ghost unable to accept love. Sometimes they just are not interested in whatever you are offering, it's important to be able to accept that humbly and not gaslight the other person for not being interested. Okay, because that is ego. Oh, there's no way they refuse my love thing because I'm this and that and that. Right, so there must be something wrong with them. They must not be able to accept love. Maybe. And maybe they're just not interested and they're more than able to accept love, just not what you're offering or from someone else that they're also interested in. I know not everybody likes hearing that, but it is the existential shift. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so now let's do Scorpio. And I feel like this was a part of your reading. So Scorpio for November. We have a lot of repeating cards. Let's do 2 more for Scorpio. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and then 6 of Swords and 7 of Swords. 2 2 sixes. Yeah, someone is trying to give you something that you're refusing. You don't trust it, you don't want it, you feel like they have an ulterior motive. Uh, maybe so, maybe not so. Maybe the story of the Sagaki, the hungry ghosts, helped you understand something about that. Maybe not. um, it's like I'm, I'm hearing you say, I don't want it, keep it, or spare me your favors, something like that. Spare me your pity, spare me your favors, spare me your guilt. Oh, you feel like someone is trying to give you something because they feel guilty. Um, and you don't want to give them that. You don't want to give them the way out of what they did. You're like, this is not enough. Um, too little, too late kind of thing. And okay, this is what it brings up from for me, for example. I'm not Scorpio, but I feel like maybe it's a good example to express what I'm reading here for you. Someone in my life has been really, really challenging for me, almost a year now. And it's been a constant dance of them being very hurtful, then apologizing and changing their ways just a little bit. And then when I finally give a little bit of trust or feel like things have actually changed and kind of surrendered to it and become, you know, really nice and trusting, boom, they do something again. And every time it's a little worse. And And so it's been this constant game and constant dance of them hurting, apologizing, changing for a little bit, and then repeat, hurting, apologizing, change for a little, repeat. And I'm done. Why am I done? A, because it's exhausting when someone doesn't learn. B, I'm done being on the receiving end of that happening to me all the time. And C, and most importantly, they said um, certain things you just don't come back from. And I feel like maybe that's the case with you, Scorpio. Like maybe this person has done or said something that there's just no coming back from. Like in my case, it was someone said to me that I think I'm special because I think I'm persecuted. To tell a Jewish person that they think they're persecuted, hence they think they're special. It's like I can't even begin like the layers of the hate of saying something like that. So I feel like someone is doing something along those lines where you're like, you know what? I've been forgiving and forgiving and forgiving and giving more chances and more chances and chance after chance, enough. And they're going to try to, the same tactic um, that they've been doing, expecting you to forgive again. I can't tell you what to do, but personally, I think there should be a red line at one point. We need to be able to say, we need to be able to say enough is enough. Um, enough is enough, right? So I'm picking on you being like, enough is enough. No. So maybe that's what's happening. And I'm sorry if that's the case, because that's not pleasant. And maybe you need to do that so they're not able to do that to you again. If someone just consistently won't change, they get to be who they are. But if that hurts you, they don't get to be this way to you, right? It's okay to say, I don't forgive. It's okay to say, I'm not giving another chance. It's okay. So if someone needed that confirmation, you got it. But also remember the story in the beginning of sometimes we're just not able to accept that we're loved. And so, be discerning and figure out which applies to your case. Okay. Mhm. All right. So good luck, Scorpio, and happy birthday once again. Next is Sagittarius. So we have, who do we have left? Sag, Capi, Aquarius, Pisces, and Ophiuchus. So 5 more. Okay, we can do this. I can do this. I just wish I had water. Okay. Sagittarius for September. Okay. For November. Happy birthday to the Saggies who are celebrating at the end of November. Saggy for November. Oh yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is just being a star. Queen of Pentacles and Judgment. Strength. Ah, I like seeing the Strength card. Oh, where'd you go? Card. Wait, don't fall. Okay. 7 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. I need to fix myself. It's like a lot of energy, so hold on. Look at this. Queen of Pentacles, Judgment, Strength, 7 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. There is a breakdown within a family structure or an organization. Very strong fundamental disagreements about what is true, what is just, what is the way. And the regular status quo doesn't answer the question of what is the truth or what is the right thing. It's like because it's time to expand. To every scripture comes a day where it needs to adapt to the times, and be revised and modified to include modern day social justice, awareness. You know, the human consciousness has evolution. We expand, we grow, we learn new things. And it's not just us learning more about the nature of the universe, it's the universe itself expands. So whether we have to constantly be on a learning and discovery process, okay? So this and that prophet has discovered the ultimate truth 2,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, 3,000 years ago. Okay, I was referring to Jesus, the Buddha, and to Moses. Great, but that ultimate truth since has expanded. So now we need to continue relearning and rediscovering and re-evolving with the evolution itself. If the universe is infinite, then what there is to learn and expanding to is also infinite. So we're never truly done. So I'm seeing like a regular, an existing status quo breaking down because it can't find the answers within its own book of laws, within its own Torah, within its own scripture, within its own Bible, within its own manual, because it's not there. It's in your heart. The answer is in your heart. It's okay if it's a new answer. It's okay to add a paragraph or to modify an existing paragraph. It's okay. As long as it's done with absolute pure intention from the heart to improve and expand and adapt. This is not about, I say it a lot about social justice. Social justice is not one now has a place at the expense of the other that used to have a place. No, build a bigger home, build another room. We don't need to have just two types of bathrooms. We can have three types of bathrooms. We don't have to have two types of teams in sports. We can have three types of teams. Like, we need to build a bigger home, not to replace injustice with another injustice. That's just vengeance, not justice, right? So something about the situation in November, Sagittarius, is like there's this push in different directions by different, like, people are not seeing eye to eye about what needs to be done. And it's like because you're looking at it from within the existing matrix. Expand that matrix. Step outside of your own box. And rewrite the stars. It's one of my favorite songs with Zac Efron and Zendaya, "Rewrite the Stars," from The Greatest Showman, the movie. No, I want you. It's not a secret I tried to hide. I know you want me. Don't keep saying my hands are tied. You say it's not in the cards, that fate is pulling you miles away and out of reach from me. But you're here in my heart, so who can stop me if I decide that you're my destiny? What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart, and I'll be the one you were meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. No one can tell us what we could be. Why don't we rewrite the stars? Say you were meant to be mine tonight. It's a beautiful song. It makes me want to cry. Anyway, rewrite the stars, Sag. Seeker who resonates, just or reread them now that you know another language and discover what else they've been saying this entire time. Next is Capricorn. You guys make me cry with your readings. Oh, my life, you want to refresh your screen? It's on my screen it shows 10 likes. So I think it's probably what you had when you just joined the live in the beginning. But I agree, it's still not enough. You've got such a beautiful voice. Oh, thank you. That way I watch all of your reading. That's why you watch all of my readings. Oh, thanks. That's nice. That's nice to hear. Okay. Now we have Capricorn. Oh no, don't apologize. Keep pushing them to like more. It's still not enough. You think it's easy. You think I don't wanna run to you. But there are mountains, and there are doors that we can't walk through. I bet you're wondering why, because we're able to be just you and me within these walls. But when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. It's a duet. You guys have to listen to it. It's so pretty, especially it's an entire scene from The Greatest Showman, and Zendaya and Zac Efron are just like in a circus, and it's there's a choreography and a dance, and it's just gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful scenes, I think, in the history of movies. So just after the live, go to YouTube and um, but Rewrite the Stars with Zac Efron and Zendaya. It's just really cool. Capricorn. We have Ten of Pentacles again, but this time into your upright. Capricorn, November. Wow. Okay, Ten of Pentacles and Page of Swords and Five of Cups, and then Judgment and Eight of Wands. Okay. Big news that are going to change everything for this individual who's like not seeing it coming. I think it's you, Capricorn, like being really morbid about something, or hopeless, feeling despair, and you're not seeing that there are a whole lot of energies and people figuring this out for you, trying to kind of resolve the situation. And they're doing so, and I feel like in the month of November, possibly through into the transition to Sag season, so around the 20th-ish, you'll get these news about how everything got sorted out and worked out for you, and you didn't even know that it was happening for you, but it is. And that will create a real relief and bring you a whole new perspective on life. And, you know, maybe you think no one cares and no one will ever help you in anything and no one loves you. But you'll find out that there are a lot of people um, putting their heads together to figure out how can we help Cappy? How can we do this? Now, another thing that is coming through is that you're feeling like your hands are tied. There's something that there's just nothing you can do, but you're lying to yourself. There's everything that you can do about it, and the power is in your hands. You just don't want that power. You'd rather not, so you tell yourself all kinds of seemingly intellectual things. It's more like excuses. So keep that in mind. So there's like two readings in one kind of thing. Good luck. Good luck, Capricorn. Okay. Aquarius. Oh my gosh. We're almost at the end. Aquarius, Pisces, and then Ophiuchus. Are there really no Scorpios in the house currently live? Aw. Oh well. Aquarius for November. Hello, Guardian. Welcome. Hi, Shift. Hi. Mm. I made mugs and all kinds of cool products. Now I changed it to Dharma as a witch. So I've modified my slogans a little bit in my brand. Check it out. It's on Teespring. Link is below. I think there is some really cool stuff that, well, I designed it, so of course I think it's cool, but maybe you'll think it's cool too. So there's the abracadabra, there's the Dharma as a witch, there's what else did I do? Don't remember my own brand. That's just hysterical. That's funny. I'll tell you in a moment. Oh, Seeker, Seer, Existential Shifter, and X Shift Timeline. I can't. So there's abracadabra, design. There's the Dharma as a wish, there's the secrecy or existential shifter, and then there's the X shift timeline watch band. So check it out. It's cool. Anyway, Aquarius. And if you want to book a private session and speak to me for an existential shift session, personal one, you can also book that. And check out Tarot Masterclass for sure. All right. Oh my God, Judgment card just keeps coming up. This is a collective card for this month, Judgment. One more, wow. Okay, nice. But the others didn't come out at all. Oh, except for Six of Wands. Never mind. Judgment, Chariot, Six of Wands, and Page of Cups. There's some sort of victory, Aquarius. Something works out really well in your favor. Something that you've been or are fighting for, kind of working your way towards, putting a lot of energy, a lot of devotion, a lot of intent. There's a level of leadership as well. I see you leading people. They're coming, they're coming after you. Not coming after you, that's not the right way to say it. They're following you. They're choosing you, believing in you. If you're running for something, it's very likely that you're going to win. There's something very victorious about this, and public and loud, and you're like the center of attention, the center stage, leading something. You're holding the microphone, you're holding the megaphone, you're in the driver's seat, and then this little dude comes along and stops you. So let's say you're like a general and you have an army behind you and you're marching, and then this one person stands in front of you and kind of stops you in your tracks. They're not saying anything, but for some reason you just stop. Like this entire force of inertia and movement is being held to stop by one little person. Power is a very interesting thing. You think a march of a crowd would hold a lot more power than one individual that stands alone against it, or despite it, or speak up. Like the king is naked. There's no naked king here. I'm not saying that you are. It's just that those in the movies where you see a character tied to a pole, and a mob of people throw fruits and vegetables at them or booze them, and every time I would see a scene like that, or read about something like that, or even see one person in a mob, in a crowd, in a hate rally, spewing their hate at them, and they're just standing tall, or singing. You know, it's happening to a lot of Jewish people in America and in the West now. You have all these hate rallies against the Israelites and against the Jewish people, guised as protest for peace. Peace my ass. Yeah, we call for peace as we call to the annihilation of an entire people. That makes total sense. Anyway, every time I would see a scene like that, I would think this crowd is so certain that they're powerful and strong because they're yelling and throwing, but all the power is within that one little person, standing strong, standing tall, alone in front of the mob. And I know how I started this reading. You're not the mob. That's not what I'm saying. Although you could be, because Aquarius is the people, and the shadow side of Aquarius is being the mob mentality. So it's possible, Aquarius, be cautious of not being swept up in mob mentality, or in anything that, God forbid, represents hate. But you know, a majority, your friends, everybody's doing it, everybody's saying it, so maybe it's true. That's not how it works. You know, majority of people enacted slavery throughout history. That doesn't make it right. So, and I can go on with infinite amount of examples, and it's playing out even today. So be cautious of telling yourself you're a justice warrior when you're actually just a part of a mob. Very, very careful. I feel like at least some of you needed to hear it. But for those of you that it's the opposite, that you're the one facing the mob, the power is within you, even if you feel, you know, I wrote once, I don't remember exactly how I phrased it, but speak up even if your voice shakes. Stand up even if your feet break. Raise your hand even if it shakes. Something like that. Like, you can be melting down on the inside from fear and anxiety, but don't let them see it. You know, stand strong, stand tall. And you're the one with the power, with the karmic power, with the energetic power, with the power of spirit, with the power of God. When you do something like that, so don't worry. Okay. On a more mundane level, if you were hoping for a promotion, you're probably going to get it this month. Some of you are going to say no to it and just be like, I want to start my own creative business. And that's cool too. Good luck. Okay. Pisces, last but not least. Beloved Piscean seekers. Pisces for November. Okay. We have Emperor, Six of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. Pisces. The word decentralization is coming to mind. There has been one person that has been having the whole power, only the power when it comes to making meaningful decisions. It's going to be decentralized and broken down, and it's going to be, some things that only went through one person are going to go through a group of people and be discussed. So that way, it's not just one person that has all the power of influence, and things are done more fairly or more balanced. And I think it's going to work out in your favor because you do have the vote of the majority. And if so far you've been under the boot of just one or two people that were not the majority, but they were the one holding the power, then now they won't be able to make decisions like that about you. And other people who actually are more in favor of you will also have the ability to make those types of decision, and it's definitely a good new start that will be very much in your favor. And here at the bottom of the deck we have High Priestess, Ten of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles. So it's a new power dynamic, a new structure of decision making that there's more wisdom to it, there's more justice to it, there's more balance to it. And I see you really benefiting from this. So if you've been suffering from a level of injustice or unfairness, if you felt like you've been treated unfairly or kind of been pushed under the rug or ignored somehow, that's going to change. So that looks really cool. So just short and sweet reading. It's really great. Congratulations, Pisces. Last but not least, Ophiuchus. Hey, Ophi. Seeker 13. Serpent Bearer. Ophiuchus for November, please. Wow. Very interesting. Okay. One more card. Okay. The Moon. Temperance. King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. What? Okay. So the Pluto Mars in Capricorn Cancer is coming through, and you finding a way to moderate and integrate these energies. And you're doing it with, on one hand, it's like psychologically and emotionally exhausting. Like it's transmuting a lot of energy, and it's simultaneously healing a lot of your inner psychology and subconscious, and all the fears and all the gunk is coming up in this process. But then you're also doing it with fun and ease and entertainment. It's almost like you're laughing at yourself. Like you're cleaning your inner psyche basement, and it's brutal and painful and triggering, and yet you know that is what the process is, and so you're doing it with grace and joy and fun. You're making it fun. Some of you are even managing to manifest some tangible material abundance, or like creative and financial success based on that, which is a very interesting combination. Some of you are going to try and open a business, either by yourself or maybe with one more person, and like having a partner where that has to do with the human condition, with the human psyche, with healing methodologies. But I'm picking up on not just like regular psychology or healing methodologies, but a little bit more out of the box, more spiritual. Maybe you're incorporating archangels and angelic frequencies and messages, like you're working with the angelic realm. You're trying to utilize the angelic realm or the realm of the devas, or however you want to refer to them, in the practical world. You want to help people. This is how you can pursue your dreams, your unique talents, how you can make money from utilizing your pain to help others. So there's something about, this is very specific, but it's kind of like, I'm going to teach people how to take their traumas and how they've healed and overcome their traumas and teach them how to help others with it. So it's almost like your business is helping others make a business out of their pain and and healing. So it's something very beneficial and very unique. It's like a very unique niche. But this is very specific. Others of you, it's going to play out differently. Um, you can just take the first part of the reading and ignore the last part if it doesn't apply to you. But very cool. There is coming together of two people who've been apart or separated. They've been separated here, but now they're being brought together, and it's this King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. And exterior spiritual assistance has heard the call of your most inner needs and wants and desires and call for help. It's been heard, and you're going to get help from spirit guides in order to resolve a separation. That's beautiful. Rebecca, thank you so much. Totally resonates with me in my life. That's cool. So sorry, but I have to take care of my daughter and go for it. Yeah, much love to everyone. Okay, guys, this was it. This was Ophiuchus. We've done all the 13 signs. Thank you so much for tuning in and for joining me. I love you mucho. Stay magic, stay true, stay free. I love you. Bye for now.